as a gamer, as an influencer, the name of the game for the next 10 years, in my opinion, is virtual reality. But everybody focuses on what you can see. I'm more focused on what you can hear. Right now, behind me, I've got the awesome Ossic booth. Try saying that 10 times fast, all right? Anyway, I got the Ossic booth behind me, and they're demoing some pretty epic, pretty huge headsets. I'm gonna get you guys a demo. I'm gonna try it out while you guys hear exactly what goes on.
So Ossic is working on the next generation of immersive and interactive audio. And the first product we have here is the Ossic X, which is a smart headphone, and it has physically informed algorithms that allow us to create incredibly accurate 3D audio within games and VR.
All right, I am in VR right now. So, oh, that is sick. So, what you're not hearing, but you have to understand is, there's this ball. It's orange. I can hold it up to my ear and I can hear it through this ear. There's nothing in this sound, and as I slowly spin it, the sound distribution just travels.
We have a pretty cool demo here. We're showing this particular demo on the HTC Vive, and it's a game experience that we built, and inside of it, I think there's about 5 orbs, and each orb is a different track, so it's like one of the stems for an audio mix. And you can pick up those different orbs, move them around in space, bring them up close to your ear, throw them around, and so you're basically interactively mixing the song by picking up different parts of it and moving them in space, but it allows you to really see the precision of where that sound is in space.
No, this is sick, but yeah. Wow. And don't get it twisted though, sound is not coming from the actual controller. It's not like I can hold it up and hear it, absolutely not. So I can switch hands and grab it. But whatever I pick up, wherever I picked it up from, that's where the audio is coming from. So now my actual items are all behind me. And I'm throwing random balls behind me just so I can hear it actually travel away from me, but they're all different. That is crazy. All right, I'm being instructed to hold it above me. Oh, that's sick. That is sick. I like this. I think for streamers, they'll enjoy this a lot because say you're playing a horror game. Say you're playing what just came out recently, Resident Evil, right? How sick would it be to hear the enemies behind you showing up? That would be the sickest thing. Ooh, look at the floor. Oh, the floor is lights too. That is sick.
We've got a lot of feedback from people who've tried it with hearing loss in one ear that it's been a big improvement for them. And part of the reason is when we put this processing in, so if a sound is over here at the right, okay, the high frequencies mostly come to the right ear and our head blocks them, but the low frequency also wraps around and comes to your left ear, and that's called crosstalk, right? And that helps us localize it here. But if we use normal stereo headphones, when the sound is in the right, it only comes to the right ear. So if I had hearing damage in my right ear, I'm missing that path to the left ear. And so by putting this processing in there, because it's always using both ears in the way natural sound does in space, it actually does help, especially with people who have hearing loss more in one ear than the other.
So again, I'll say, imagine for a moment, again, you're in a wall, random room, a space-time. You can actually see it there. I didn't even notice that. That's sick. An empty room, a blank room. And any item that you pick up has its own tone, whatever to it. And as you travel, and it's not just like, you know, in one ear, the other one's muted. Absolutely not. I mean, the distribution is so precise. I hold it to the top left. You can slightly hear a hint of it through here. You can toss it. You can hear it travel through distance. It's insane. So I mean, VR is already something that's insane, but I'm imagining something like Resident Evil Amnesia, something like that, right? Where you can hear just the creak of a door to the back left, and you look to the back left and boom, jump scare, blow. This is some sick stuff. I don't expect it to be cheap, but I don't know the details, so let's find out about that right now.
We're co-founders, and our background has been in audio for a long time, and I ran the acoustic group at one of the biggest gaming companies, and you know, we made a lot of gaming headphones and speakers, and the challenge we saw was that more than half the gamers were turning the surround sound off in these virtual 7.1 headphones. And the main reasons were, A, either it's not working better than my stereo to localize sounds, but the other one is the sound quality. A lot of times when you turn this algorithm on, it does a little bit of this. It just sounds funky. Right. That's because you're effectively listening through someone else's ears. It's based on a generic HRTF model, so they have reflections at frequencies you're not used to. And so what we wanted to do was solve these problems. One, if you're in a game, if I'm playing Counter-Strike, like I want to accurately hear where all the sounds are. Like it's a huge advantage, right? So getting spatial accuracy, we do huge panel-based things. We make sure that we can get close to that 100% accuracy in blind listening, right? So the point, if the sound's supposed to be here, does everyone hear it from there? And when you get this right, you do. But when we measure existing gaming headphones, they only get to about 20% accuracy. So the left and right works, but the other zones don't, okay? So first, get that accuracy, but then get the sound quality, so when you turned it on, it still sounds right and you don't have this weird effect. And so that's kind of really the driving thing for the whole company is how do we solve immersive and interactive audio for games, for VR, and that's what we're building the tech and the products to do.
I like this song, so I'm grabbing this one if you notice. Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't grab it, it's too far, come back. But I can actually hear the music far in the distance.